Hi, this is Jeff James from Capital Security Consultants coming to you with another video. Now, if you've seen one of any of my other videos or been to one of my self-defense classes, I teach about improvised weapons, and I'm a big fan of the fact that you can weaponize anything you can get your hands on. So, if there was an imminent threat to you, like our bad guy right there, he snuck into your garage while you were working, and now he's right on you, you don't have time to run, can you use one of these tools to defend yourself? Grab a hammer, grab a screwdriver. Well, if you have the skill to do it like I do, you certainly can. But there's a couple things you're going to need to know about the law if you use self-defense. If you hurt someone defending yourself and now you're claiming self-defense or the defense of another as your plea at trial. The first part is the threat has to be imminent. If this guy was 100 feet away, I couldn't have thrown this at him and stuck him with it, because now there's enough separation. I have time to retreat into my home. I could just do a lot of other things besides using deadly force on him from that distance. The second part is that there has to be a reasonable fear. Now, we've seen this really tested a lot with these airsoft guns that look so real. Bad guys have an airsoft gun and deadly force is used against them, and we've seen the large majority of people who do use that deadly force be acquitted because those toy guns look so real that a reasonable person is going to believe that that was a real gun. So that made the fear reasonable. And then the other part is that you have to use proportional force. The force you use to defend yourself can't wildly exceed the force that's being used against you. So if a 5 foot tall, 100-pound woman slaps me in the face, I certainly can't use deadly force against her. And even if I would use enough force to debilitate her, that would probably go against me, because the amount of force I would need to stop that attack would just be to subdue her and hold on to her. Now, if it's three guys who are 6'4", 240 pounds attacking me and I'm in fear for my life, I might have to use more force and maybe even deadly force at that point if I'm afraid that they're going to kill me. Now, laws vary from state to state and from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, so I encourage you to go ahead and research about where you live. A lot of states now have what are called line in the sand or stand your ground laws that say you don't have to try to retreat, you can immediately use force. Other parts of the country still say you have a duty to retreat, which means you have to try to get away from the confrontation first before you can use deadly force. But however, no matter where you live, even if it is a stand your ground state, you're going to have to make sure you're meeting those three parameters: that it was an imminent threat, that your harm of fear was reasonable, and that your force was proportionate. The last part of self-defense is what's called the castle doctrine. That's pretty much nationwide. It comes from the old saying, a man's home is his castle. If an intruder gets in your home, an unwanted person in your home, whatever their intention is, you have the right to use force to stop them. Now, in all of these scenarios, if someone's in your house, or if it's this guy right here on me, once you're not in fear for your life anymore and that threat isn't imminent anymore, you cannot use force. So if I would have grabbed a hammer off of that pegboard instead of a screwdriver and he would have taken off running, I can't chase up behind him and crack him in the back of the head with a screwdriver. Or if someone's in your house and you pull out a gun and at that point they run out of your house, you can't chase them out of your home and shoot them. Again, the imminent threat was gone. You're going to get yourself into trouble for that. Now, these are just the wave tops of the law. If you have any more questions, please feel free to comment below this video or send me an email asking more questions. And I encourage you to just do a little research on where you live. This is Jeff James again from Capital Security Consultants. I encourage you to check out our website. It's capitol-security.com. And again, check out all the services we have there. If you want to learn some skills like this about self-defense, how to survive an active shooter event, or even if you want me to come out and do a threat assessment to your home or your business, I'd love to do that. This is Jeff James, and we'll see you next time.